So this is a LibreOffice default template with this cool effect. And I'm Michael from Leipzig, and I thought before letting the lightning talks die, I'll talk briefly about Samarbeit, which is a open source Rails application which we've been working on for quite a while as a side project. So I copied this from our website. Basically, Samarbeit is kind of something in between Trello and like a big enterprise solution from Salesforce. Think like task and process management and flexibility and inputting data and getting structured data out and so on. But it's only available in German for now. And so would I advise you to use it? Probably not, because also it's not meant for you. As you can read, it's I mean, like people like you and me, we have other means to set up our task tracking. And I mean, who invented issue management? Yeah. So kind of it's not really that useful for us, but for like our customers, or not customers, but our users, it is pretty useful. So and it's open source, and we're really happy if you have if you ever get the idea we need something in between like these existing solutions, and it should be open source and maybe GDPR stuff and so counts, then just contact us. We're also very happy to implement it into like research projects. It's what we're actually using it mostly for. But why am I here? So recently, or also the last 2 days, we heard a lot of projects which have a big outreach, and kind of like stars on GitHub and GitLab. They count quite a lot. So, and we really had a major surge in popularity recently. 50%. Turns out, our users are not really on GitLab. Yeah. And every time I tell somebody here in a conference and tell him, hey, and why not give us a star? He's like, oh yeah, I will do so. But then there's two-factor authentication, and it's just too much work. So I would be really grateful if we could up the number for maybe reach 100% growth today or tomorrow. That would be cool. Yeah, and then I thought sorry? Oh, great. I have to make new slides now, yeah. And then I thought about maybe something completely unrelated, which I could maybe talk about also. We recently, or a while ago, had a new research prototype which we should had a contract to implement it. No designer and no real UI requirements. Everybody is saying UI is not so important. It's the first prototype, and then we'll see. And then I mean, you can spend days just researching which option to bundle your CSS and JavaScript, and the world is changing. And do you want to take Tailwind and Daisy UI or Bootstrap or whatever? So we really sat together and made a informed decision to choose nothing. So and it was interesting, yeah, because it takes you it reaches quite a while, yeah. It's so pure HTML. It's kind of nice. It's mobile friendly, yeah, more than mobile friendly maybe. And but of course, at some point, the users, they were like, okay, yeah, everything is nice. I mean, you can have this multi-select fields, like this is example. I mean, you have to know how to select multiple items in it, but it works out, yeah. And then they came up with but really, I mean, we have these big data sets of documents, and we need to get a idea of the distribution of the data, yeah? Like how many documents per year, maybe a histogram or something similar. And I was, okay, this means, I don't know, some kind of sparkline, inline, image line, I don't know, yeah. But yeah, then I I really didn't want to include any more like big UI libraries for this phase of the project. And I don't know if anybody else here has an idea about how we solved this. The solution was actually, I think, was kind of a nice getting the job done, because we simply used Unicode sparklines, which is kind of a thing. As soon as you know how to Google it, it's like a huge page of how to implement Unicode sparklines on some wiki. Yeah, and it just worked out perfectly. They were happy. We could really nicely give them a feeling for the data, for not only selecting the data sets, but also for results. And yeah, that's all. I go back to the, yeah, thanks.